So today we're going to learn how to make tofu turkey with dressing.
I found as a vegetarian, lots of people are going vegetarian now, and it's hard to, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, festival times. There's a really easy alternative to turkey. So I just thought I would show. So I'm going to make tofu turkey today. We start with cheesecloth. If you've never used it before, it's really simple to get at your store. And you want to get, it's like $2 or something. You want to get enough to fill a little sieve. You could have a bowl, but I use a colander, which I have in the fridge now. And you want something that's got a bit of a dome shape to it. So I could actually use this bowl, but you'll see why not in a minute, why I'm using the sieve to let the tofu drip. I've got 3 packages of extra firm tofu. And I'm going to show you how it's all we're going to do is I wash it usually before. We're just going to crumble the tofu into this cheesecloth, which is very easy to do, like that. Get rid of all the big chunks. And we're going to do that for all 3 of them. Pretty easy to do. But now I'm going to show you, so you've got to fill this up right to the rim, and instead of doing it all and going through these 2, I've already done it overnight, so I'm going to show you. What you do then is you fold this over, put it in your fridge overnight, which I have done. So this went in yesterday, so you could see day 2. I put a tomato can on top and a plate to lay it flat in an attempt to really squish the tofu together. This is my best colander because it's quite deep. You can see there's that much water came off the tofu overnight. That's why it's a sieve or colander. But now what I have left is this tofu that has been pressed down upon itself, really just in a new shape instead of this square. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to dig this out and put in my stuffing. So if you have a favorite stuffing recipe, just use that. Mine, I make bread and leave it in chunks overnight so it dries out. And I've got some red pepper, I've got walnuts, I've got celery, very important, and I've got some flax oil butter. No, it's all dairy free. And you put all that together with a little poultry seasoning and celery salt. About a 1/4 cup of the 2 mixed. And if you make your own poultry seasoning, which I usually do, it's got thyme, sage, marjoram, rosemary, black pepper, and a little nutmeg. Very easy to mix your own ingredients or to buy ready-made at the store. So I put in a 1/4 cup of that with all these things. And now I'm just going to add some boiling water. This is how you make, stuffing on your own. I'm sure many of you know how to do this, but this is the recipe I like. I don't use onion and garlic, so the flavors of the marjoram and the sage and the thyme really make it quite rich. And then the bread is quite stiff. And a little bit more water so that it softens the bread, but not too much. And then basically it just balls together nicely. That's how you make stuffing. So easy. So what I'm going to do for the turkey is I'm going to dig out a hollow. I'm going to hollow out about 1 inch from the edge all the way around. I'm going to hollow out. I'm going to take quite a big, I'm going to get rid of this water for a minute and use this bowl. I'm going to get rid of quite a chunk in the middle, like that. It's all been pressed down. And really, this is the cavity into which I will place the dressing. You don't want to go right to the bottom. You want to make sure there's a good bottom on it. And I'm just going to stuff this stuffing in there as much as I can because I love stuffing. So usually my stuffing goes right up over the edge because I love it so much. Or the extra can sit in the pan afterwards, or in a little tinfoil packet and get cooked on its own in the fridge or in the oven when you cook the turkey. Stuff it in. The tofu's pretty yielding. And then you put all of this back on the top. And of course now it's not hard anymore and stuck in formation. It's quite soft and crumbly. That's okay. You can pack it in. It's really just like playing with mud pies in a way. You're just forming and shaping. And the tofu, if you're not familiar with it, it's pretty much takes on whatever flavor you put in it. So now I'm gonna, just for the sake of a couple minutes, I'm gonna just press it together. You can see there's some juice coming out of the edge there. And then, this is the really fun part. I've got waiting right here a Pyrex square pan that I've sprayed with oil. I'm gonna put this like this. I'm gonna turn it over. And then we have our tofu turkey. Isn't that amazing? Gorgeous little thing. There, that's what it looks like. Bit of a mess on the counter. And I'm going to put sauce on it. So the basting sauce, I've mixed about 2 tablespoons of the poultry seasoning. And I need to put, if you can read that, basting liquid, 1/2 cup of sesame oil, 1/4 cup of bragg. So I've got 1/2 cup of sesame oil. It's not going to come out very fast. I'm going to have to do, okay, 1/2 cup of sesame oil. It's quite a bit. For those of you who don't use sesame oil, it's quite flavorful. And 1/4 cup of braggs. It's going in. That's 1/2 of that. Maybe a little bit more. Now I'm going to mix that all together. This becomes my basting liquid. I'm going to shake it up. And I'm going to pour it over the turkey, 1/2 of it over the turkey, like that. I'm going to save the other 1/2 for halfway through. I'm going to put tin foil over top, and I'm going to bake it at 400 degrees for 1 hour, like that. And in 1 hour, I'm going to take this off, take the tin foil off. I'm going to pour the rest of this basting liquid over top. And then when you serve it, you slice it as if it was a piece of cake. You lay it flat on the plate, and inside you've got your stuffing. Okay, happy holidays. Enjoy your tofu turkey. It's that easy.